trying to come up with a standard or of how to measure rings. That way, because I was explaining to them, he can measure it, I can measure it, and then he can measure it, and we're going to get three different. Unless we have some type of standard of we're all doing it the same way, same amount of points, depending on the different materials, and so on and so forth. So just kind of on a small ring like this, I typically do every 45 degrees, and then you will have deflection error. I'm sure, I think whenever they came and trained y'all on that, the deflection area, so you want to try to take your points as much as perpendicular as possible. So you don't want to try to skim at an angle, because you will get some deflection error, so you want to try to go into it as perpendicular as you possibly can. So I'm just going to drop down, I'm going to lock my Z-axis down here. I'm going to actually raise it up just a little bit, took a few points. Okay, and I'm going to just start, and it's just a habit for me, I start at 12 o'clock, and I just kind of work my way around. And actually, did I take one? Yeah. And I'm just doing every 45 degrees, roughly. And I'm trying to stay as perpendicular as possible. Okay, so I got my center. I'm going to name that datum C. Now I'm going to manually come here to my center, and I'm looking at there. And so now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to zero my Y. And actually, I'm going to do my X because you just did your Y. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do X so we can kind of get an average of the two.
Okay.
So I'm within a few millionths of that. Okay, so I'm going to unlock my Y and my Z. My X is going to stay locked. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to